Page 5 says we got to deal directly when things happen with problems and issues. We can't put them off. It's been my life experience, I don't know about yours, but the more we put them off, the bigger they get. Just deal with it. This talks about change, but it also can deal with problems and issues. When I think of change, I want to just mention two things. One is it's a constant in our world. And the more we fight it, the more we're going to get frustrated. This quote of change is inevitable, growth is optional is really very true. If I could leave you with one truth about change, it's this: resistance to change is normal. So when people start resisting change, don't get all upset about it. Just talk about why. And then try to work through why those reasons are there. The only thing I would share with you is when you sit down with people and start talking about change, make sure that you talk to everybody, especially the people who are impacted by the change. One of the worst things we can do when we deal with these issues is leave people out of the loop that are being affected by the change. See it happen all the time. Get the people together and say, this is the facts, this is what's going to happen. One of the things I learned from a guy named Harold Perry many, many years ago was this. He said, people will believe whatever they hear if you don't tell them the truth. It's fact, isn't it? So when I was in Memphis, Tennessee, I watched Harold Perry do this, and when I left Memphis, Tennessee, I did it in every place I ever worked. We had these things called rumor control meetings. And we'd meet every 3 weeks for the first shift, second shift, third shift. They were optional meetings. You could come or not come. But the reason we had them was to find out what the truth was going on in the organization. So somebody would come in and say, I heard this, true or false? And Harold would say, that part of it's true, this part's false. He would always say this: never tell me where you got your information. Never tell me. It didn't take people too long to figure out who told the truth. It was Harold Perry. Didn't take too long for people to figure out who didn't tell the truth. And when those people wanted to stir the pot again, guess what? They didn't have anybody listening to them anymore. Because Harold Perry would tell them the truth every other Friday or every third Friday. It helped us tremendously with gossip. Because somebody would come to somebody and say, you know what I heard? And somebody would say, no, I don't know. I never heard that. Do you want to bring that up at Friday's meeting or do you want me to? And all of a sudden people get nervous. And when somebody brought that up at Friday's meeting, they found out, where does this person fit in the organization? Very interesting dynamic.